Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm Aelder, and today we are going to be playing some more Paranormasight. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, I got distracted watching an anime and I did not realise the time. So, apologies for the slightly delayed start. But we're here now, we're going now, and we're going to be playing some more spooky game. Just gonna tweet out that we are live. Oh, apparently YouTube's experiencing some issues, so there might be a bit of buffering. Live now. People be cool. I might lower that a tiny bit. Well, it should be. That could be doubling it though. Okay, we'll see how well this works. It might be doubling the audio. Because that's... yeah. See how well that works. See how well that works. So, last time we did Alraune and we also did Yako. So this time we're going to do police investigation, crime scene investigation with Tetsuo Tsutsumi. I need to get used to saying his name because I'm assuming I'm going to be saying it a lot today. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. So, let's go. Crime scene investigation, Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. See, I knew it. I've already had to say his name twice and we've barely started. Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate, Jin Ario. I'm also going to up my voice. Gonna whoop up that wee little bit. Let's start. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 11 p.m. Former Yasuda Gardens. Oh, so this is where Alraune killed us last time. When we were, I keep forgetting his name. The guy that we were for, like, the first part of this. Hey, boss. Forensics is all done. The crime scene's clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow, like nothing ever happened.
I doubt I'll get many visitors after everything that's happened.
You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss?
Sounds stupid.
Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is.
Somehow I doubt it'd be that simple.
Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something?
I'm just going to give him a gruff voice. You could try it out yourself if you're so interested.
Hey, it's not that bad idea. It's not that bad an idea. Oh, that's not bad. I can speak. Hang on. I'm going to drink some water, and then I'm going to try that sentence again and have it actually make sense. Hey. That's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss.
What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're going to solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper?
Sounds like you know all about it. We're back again with the push lips because I like that so much. It's so cute. Look at his little face. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is going to be from now on?
Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ario.
Just why do pursed lips? Why do they give them all pursed lips when they're just like, oh, ooh?
You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult.
I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that.
Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing, and you'll stop seeing everything else.
Aye, aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating this scene, let's review what we know.
Now, it's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here.
He's also doing the pursed lips. It's not as much as this guy or Yaka, the schoolgirl, but he's still doing pursed lips. Oh, the expressions are just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere.
Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this.
Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way.
No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here.
Cripes. Oh my goodness.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Aye, aye, boss. Jun Aelder. Jun Aelder, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is Sergeant. Oh, okay, he's actually really high up. Or pretty high up. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he gets graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. Anything on the ground? We'll go on the ground, and then we'll check out the surroundings, and then we'll talk. But also, I think I got confused. I think I thought Sergeant was higher up than it actually is. I don't think it's actually too high up in the grand scheme of things. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as a part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. Okay, talk about Tsutsumi. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the 1st Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Yeah. About that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yeah, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the 1st, just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, it's a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
You're on a murder investigation, I'm assuming? The fact that you're, investigating your dead friend or, like, dead colleague, and you're acting really happy is a bit odd there, my dude. What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Oh, okay. He wants more respect. That's it. You should be calling him Tsutsumi-san or something. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that.
It is getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, that's the scene. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Oh wait, yes, a detective. He's a sergeant, but I want to talk about the case. So, early in the morning yesterday, oh damn, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realised he was dead. He's holding his chest, but that's not quite where your heart is, I don't think. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was murder. The Isekaied office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums it up. I do like the way that his eyes were moving. That was very shifty. Did you guys notice that? Like, usually looking off to the right, or is it the right or is it the left? One of the directions. It means that you're lying about something. So as much as I think he's cute, he's a little bit sus, not gonna lie. I think.
I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is really wrong.
Maybe he's the one with the Netsume thingy. The curse.
I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it.
Oh, I keep on clicking. I keep meaning to talk. Okay, and now we've got the victim in there. Let's talk about Satsumi again. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today.
Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by you, too.
Well, do it again. Oh, okay. Anything else about the case? Boss?
Yeah.
Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much.
Thinking about it, the only thing you know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right?
Maybe. Maybe he knew something and he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that. If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself.
About the victim. Oh, my audio doubled. Maybe I will have that off. I don't know if that was doubling my audio, if that was just my microphone having a funky 5 minutes. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was senior police officer.
You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like?
Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. Oh, he's got quite a jawline. That bone structure, my dude. Oh, wait, no, my... Oh, maybe that's why. Was my audio doubled that whole time? Sorry if it was. We went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or for worse, he wasn't an uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. thought it was about to say he was popular with the ladies for it, and I was going to say, it's like, I mean, he got muscles, he's got that jawline, he kind of cute, like, I'm not gonna lie. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation.
Sounds like we lost a good one.
Yeah, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but
it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling.
He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt like we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Prison's interest updated. Open updates. It's still echoey. Huh. I've messed with all my stuff. It shouldn't be. Because the only things I've got on are my one mic and the Steam audio. So why are you doing that? I think this might be something that my microphone's doing, which is annoying. I've got my audio ghost back. Jeff the audio ghost. Or Gilly the audio ghost, I haven't decided yet. Is that working? Oh no, because then I can hear myself. No, I don't think it's your headphones, because I'm hearing it too on, like, my end. Did that work? Yeah, it's just being a bit echoey and weird. Okay, I might have to change it back to where I can hear myself then, because that was actually working a bit better, I think. Is that working better? Is that less echoey? I mean, the echo doesn't really take away too much. No, I don't think I've got my voice mods on. Hang on. Beep-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Close down loads of things. Yeah, I don't have my voice mod open, but it could be... Okay, yeah. Having my... Changing up my audio stuff again is working. Which it shouldn't be working this way. This is how my audio should sound when I've got it as monitor off. And the slightly echoey one is when I have monitor and output on. But you know what? If it works, it works. There we go. Yeah, nah, it's fine. I mainly want it so that it sounds nice. So as long as you can hear me and there's not too much weird stuff going on in the background. Like me just moving my chair and shuffling around a bit. So, I'm just going to have another sip of water and then I'll read out all of this. So, Hajime Yoshimi. Sex, male. Occupation, community safety officer. Curse echo, none. Hajime was a police officer with the Sumaida City Community Safety Bureau. and was primarily responsible for juvenile and education cases. He held the rank of head patrol officer and entered the force at the same time as Jun Aereo. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanour suggested a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal and caring man at heart. Looked up to as a big brother by his peers, Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Oh no! He had a high school sweetheart. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, no, he seemed like a really nice person. That's sad. Okay, I'm going to mute because I need to move my chair again. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal of all my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago.
There was one even weirder than you.
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd muted that. Whoops. Sorry, I just heard the catch up and heard me coughing. So, about the cause of death.
As for the cause of death, we don't know until the autopsy is done.
From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved.
Dying in the middle of the park like that certainly seems suspicious.
We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints.
If we could find out who they belong to, we might be able to figure out this whole thing.
Yes. Wouldn't that be nice, if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets.
So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who trying mugging a cop as big as him.
I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once, and became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Yeah, no, I forgot to mute there. That was me forgetting to mute.
Sounds like the purple would have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
Think.
I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it.
Oh, about the occult. So, all this occult stuff. Have you heard about it, boss?
What are you talking about?
This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about.
Not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere.
Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
But you don't think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo, in Sumida City. So I thought that maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite or whatever, that record of fates.
Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that! Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life? That's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles. Got it?
I don't think there was anything else around. Is that anything?
All I can...
Oh, not Tsutsumi. All I can hear is the rustling of leaves. That and my own voice. Again, nothing on the floor. Ooh, pond. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Isekaied River, but the river became so polluted that they cut it off. Anything else about the surroundings? All I can hear is the rustling of leaves. Okay, talk. Oh, okay. About Satsumi again. I've been wild by you through detecting. Really funny. I've been wild by you too. Okay, so that's not gonna. Maybe that again. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago. Outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday.
11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place?
That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? Someone caught him here. He came here to hide something. I mean, I'm assuming someone caught him here. Maybe one of his old gang buddies?
It's hard to imagine a couple like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like someone else was here with him, could they have caught him here?
Oh, that does seem likely.
They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret.
And then they got into a fight?
No, that would match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something.
Reconnecting. I'm just going to make sure that it's actually caught up. OBS fully disconnected there. I think because we've got slightly funky weather, that can change it. Boo boo boo. Okay, I think we're good. So, talk again. Once more about the victim. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school. Apparently he ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously.
That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor.
Please don't make fun of my dead friend.
Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to be the kind of cop that people miss when they die in the field.
You say that like it's a sure thing that I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be one who misses me the most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale.
Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on the investigation goes.
I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed?
I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours.
Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait.
You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Shish, you really are something.
Thank you. More about the victim?
What about the victim's family?
The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. No, he lived there all alone. No siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted.
And he lived there, alone?
It looked like the home of an old noble family. It's hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that.
There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated.
That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk. So I don't know much about it. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah?
Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They'd just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman.
That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her.
Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone in the Isekaied police department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. More about the victim? Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running.
Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died?
Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles.
Uh-huh.
The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week.
Ah, yeah. I did hear about that.
Oh, the girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had no contact with her even before this incident.
So she'd been troubled for some time.
That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what.
Must have been trouble at home.
Well, that's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem.
Said there was nothing else he could do. Now she's dead.
Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then.
He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation.
I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered.
Right, let's check with the Isekaied police department about that tomorrow too. More about the victim.
And what was the other case he was working?
This one is also related to Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good.
Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day before he died.
Well, every high school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him.
Right. Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust, she might act out without someone to help her get through this.
We'll have to make sure the Samida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But...
Huh?
We can't rule out the possibility that the meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too.
Ah, yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to seem alive after all. I'll ask Isekaied to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk to with her.
That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing.
Yeah, I'm sure they prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss.
Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least.
Oh, I thought I was.
You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed.
It's probably just me, actually.
Ah, well, don't think you could get away with that with other people.
So anyways, boss.
Were you even listening?
We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the two Komagata High school cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Okay. Notes on Hajime Yoshimi. Case notes regarding the death of Hajime Yoshimi. Officer with the Samaida Police. Summary. Body found at a former Yasuda Gardens. Estimated time of death 2 days prior at approximately 11 a.m. Cause of death. Acute heart failure. Case cause unknown. Signs of a struggle found at the scene. Efforts to locate witnesses underway. Body discovered by groundskeeper. Currently investigating the fiancé of the deceased and 2 female students from Komagata High School that the deceased had contact with as persons of interest. Okay. There we go. About the case. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of the suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. Okay, just more about Susumi. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss?
The hell is wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden?
It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single?
Shut it. That's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then...
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you.
I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late, only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all.
How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario.
You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? It's the nature of our job.
There aren't many who can just understand it. Not unless they're involved with police work. Themselves or related to someone who is.
But wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on. I promise. I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she?
Jeez, you just don't know when to quit, do you? At least try to not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady.
Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that?
She's living on her own, though, huh? You must worry about her.
Worry? I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Come on now. We both know that's not true.
Listen here.
You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this.
About Susumi again. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Najima murder.
You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about that at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have been stuck. We may have stuck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I'm sorry. Well, boss, I think that about does it.
Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, God! What is that?
Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile.
Truth no matter who. Believe me, no one believes me. It never matters as the truth. Like, damn it! It was that case all along.
Boss? What is there?
Ah!
Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory.
Falsity never forever in eternal darkness. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all.
You have acquired the power of the curse stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Press the use curse button when someone lies to you. Oh, I didn't think the Evergreen Beach one was anything super duper. An enduring superstition. Once upon a time in North Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the beach residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the Evergreen Beach. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This has led to people say that the strangest part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all. Okay, I'm just going to mute to adjust again. Whoop. And I'm back. Sorry, I also had a bit of a coughing fit. So, yeah, so this one, it doesn't like lies. So the fact that it became a legend because it was called the Evergreen Beach when that species was already evergreen, maybe that's why. But then it looked like there was someone actually, like a human spirit, so I don't know.
Ah!
A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick, black tar. I can't do all my fun voices with it because my voice mods.
Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them.
Ooh. Boss? Boss! Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile.
Sorry. I'm fine. Ario.
Yes?
I have some bad news.
Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it?
No. We got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight.
Huh? What are you talking about? Ooh. my mute still not working? God damn. So can you hear me now? 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 Because that should have been muted. If you could hear me, then yeah, my mute's not working, which is kind of annoying. Because again, that's the only thing that should be picking up. Huh. Weird. Hunt for the Curse Bearers, Part 2. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Summary of previous events. Tsutsumi and Jun are sorting through the facts at the scene of Officer Hajime Yoshimi's mysterious death. Tsutsumi denies the existence of the rite of resurrection, until the cursed echo of the evergreen beach appears before them. Yeah. Aw, boo. Okay. Alright, well, sorry that you're going to have to hear me coughing every time I need to cough, because for some reason my mute's not working. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The rite of resurrection really exists, and to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake.
What's that face? You look so grumpy. You look a grumpy kitty cat. You're angry. Nah, it's the same mic, it's just the everything is my voice mods. So, unless... Yeah, no, because it didn't open up my voice mod. Hang on. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, no, my voice mods aren't on either. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth.
I'm never silly.
The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're talking about this occult stuff seriously now. Or paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that.
It's not that I don't believe in it.
Ooh.
My familiarity with it is why I've never tried to get too close.
Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you're wrong?
Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen.
You don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening.
We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk.
Hey, wait for me, boss. We're walking and we're talking. I need some old buddy cop soundtrack stuff going on. Oh wait, they do. The old buddy cop music. Amazing. Ryogoku Bridge. Okay, I'm just gonna have another sip of water because Tetsumi's voice is... Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility?
It's the truth. Not like I can prove it, though.
Think.
Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop.
Ooh, he's from a secret department.
But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him.
Talk.
I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone.
Alright, you can trust me not to, but no. I just can't believe it. I'd heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs.
Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there.
No, this is incredible. That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff.
You Serious?
But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we'd need a special department to protect the citizens from them.
You seem a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me.
Come on, boss. Do you only have one favourite food? You can like more than one thing.
Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural.
Ooh. Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Fascinating. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, Security Division, Special Security Unit Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country, who assist with their cases, including Miyoko Isuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuryu Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Miyoko Isuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kuryu is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has oft been the target of curses. However, some theorize that this is in fact because Kuryu is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in his office is usually occupied by a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as Kuryu's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. That's a funny image. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Okay, that's really cool. Person of interest updated. Jun Area, sex male, occupation detective, curse echo none. The fresh-faced police detective that Shogo Okie, Shogo, that's the one who we played originally. I keep forgetting his name. It's quite a memorable name and I still forget it. That Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Jun is a young detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, with the rank of sergeant. Jun is a... Where was I? Jun encountered a curse echo while investigating the mysterious death of his colleague, Hajime Yoshimi, in the former Yasuda Gardens with Tetsuo Tsutsumi. When Tetsuo explained to him that the supernatural is real, he accepted this fact without a moment's hesitation, and vowed to help his partner solve the case. Born to a relatively well-off household, Jun developed a healthy sense of self-esteem and an optimistic outlook on life, although watching action movies and detective series as a child instilled in him a desire to help those in need. It was the sight of Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who was in charge of investigating a case Jun was involved in as a student, that truly inspired him to become a police officer. While Jun's filming, he also gets much enjoyment out of making casual cracks to get a rise out of the veteran officer. As an adult, Jun continues to hold on to the faint hope that the world is as he pictured it in his youth, a thrilling place in which superhuman heroes do battle against secret evil organizations. He attended the police academy with Victor Kai, who is now a private investigator. The two initially became friendly when Jun found Richter holed up alone in the reference room scouring over old crime data and invited him to go bowling, a popular pastime during this era. Okay, so talk. So, do you have it?
Have what?
Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted?
Nope. I've never felt anything at all. I feel nothing. I know nothing. My heart is a void. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. One beer and I'm down for the count.
Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle?
Nope, that's just me. Thought it'd help get the point across.
Oh, huh.
Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you.
No, it's not your fault, boss.
At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on.
What? So there's no hope for me? No, say it isn't so.
Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works up on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training.
Yikes. That seems like it would be a violation of Article 69 of the Labour Standards Act.
Wow, you really know the law. No comment.
No comment. Even if the occult field has workers' rights issues. No, even the occult field has workers' rights issues. So, what do we do now? We've got this rite of resurrection and the curse echoes of the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
The curse is being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency.
It's that bad?
I'll put it this way. It's like handing out guns all over town.
Jeez, that's real bad.
It is. So we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said I'd be fine since I'd have some experience.
Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means...
Yup, you're gonna help me, partner.
Alright, let's do this.
You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working on a case you know nothing about.
You said it was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss.
You really are something. Might actually be nice having you around.
Why, thank you. Ooh, a shadowy figure. A mysterious shadowy figure in the background.
Someone's watching us. Doesn't seem like they're gonna run. Let's just keep an eye on them for now.
Think.
Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, blah 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 blah. It's an emergency, blah blah blah.
Anyone above a shadowy figure? Anyone to... Okay, we can't go any further right. Think. Revealing the existence, blah 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 blah. Talk again. So, what exactly do we do?
If these curses are connected to the 7 mysteries, then the people of the others should all be here in town.
Right. So, if there's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there.
We have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones.
But, boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they found out that you're a curse bearer?
Pretty much.
We can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now?
Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoga Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems.
Except for maybe that shadowy figure in the background. Alright, I'm gonna try muting again. And if you can still hear me, then you're gonna hear me cough and hear my chair go. So, this should be muted, but well. There we go. Well,
if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave.
that's putting a lot of trust into whoever these other people are.
But it's possible that the other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious.
Ugh, that means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case...
Dun 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 dun.
Why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us this whole time?
Ah, you noticed him too. Well, good luck.
Hey, you there! Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police. Oh, it's this dude. So... I remember. We gotta go to... Where was it? Audio. Turn this right the way down. You can't get me this time, dude. And blah. Thanks for your cooperation. We'll be asking you a few things, Mr. Utaro Namigaki. That's your name, right?
Yes. I don't mind answering your questions. I gave him this voice because he annoyed me last time because I had to keep on trying to figure out how to do his thing.
I drink some more water, and then...
You're a detective. Did something happen? Oh, right. Lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying.
So, what to make of this guy?
Boss, let's talk to this guy. Think... Okay. I can't think of anything else. So that girl's not in the background anymore.
So, what is it that you are doing here?
It must be the incident at the former Isekaied Gardens. The dead policeman. I can't imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise.
Huh.
Say, Mr. Detective, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Beach?
We'll humor him.
One of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Why do you ask?
I was just looking for it. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it.
I don't know.
Nope, sorry.
Really? How strange. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you?
You! How did you know? That we know that he knows that we know that they know that he knows that we know.
Ario, you idiot.
Yeah, agreed, you idiot. You dummy.
Well, that was much easier than expected.
Oh crap. Sorry.
It was simple inference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens.
If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself.
I have no intentions of hiding anything. I planned to tell you from the start. Look. This is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion.
That's right. But are you sure about this?
I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were a curse bearer. Not without talking to them first. You are the same, aren't you? Detectives? You wouldn't use a curse on a normal person. Well, let's speak as equals, shall we? I know I could curse him, but also I want to get information. And he seems to actually be quite well informed on these curses. So, boss?
Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably, too.
Yutaro Namigaki. The man identifies himself as Yutaro Namigaki, a 21-year-old college student. He was watching us so calmly. We need to be careful with this guy. Think.
He really is a curse bearer. He may have only been talking with us to try and activate his curse. I'll have to be wary of anything he asks me to do. I could tackle him and pin him to the ground, but that might have something to do with his curse. Any slip of the tongue could get us killed. I have to try and discern what activates his curse. So, what do I do?
I've already nullified his curse. He has activated my trap card because he annoyed me earlier. Yeah.
But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone, the evergreen beech, just like you thought.
What?
Boss, why would you tell him?
As for how the curse works,
Boss, are you having another senior moment? If you tell him that...
it hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. So if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell. Understand?
Whoa, really? That's super useful.
I see. Understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective.
Now then, let's talk.
Damn. It seems I've lost the upper hand. No point for petty tricks, then. I'll be honest with you.
So far, so good.
There's someone I want to bring back, so I'd like your assistance in collecting soul drugs.
Can't help you.
Please. All you have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are.
Sorry, but as a police officer, I can't just look the other way and let you go.
Please. If you help me, I'll let you two go as well.
Is that a threat?
No. It's your final warning. My curse, the foot-washing mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It didn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway.
Wait, Namigaki.
The foot-washing mansion is a powerful curse, and so simple to activate. It's ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet.
Ariel, get out of here. Hurry. I'll find you later.
What? Okay.
Run. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo.
The voice of his curse echo.
What? Why isn't my curse echo working? Impossible.
This has never happened. Except from last time when it was Shogo Okie, and I finally figured out how to nullify his curse echo.
What's happening? I don't hear anything. Ario, now! Grab him!
Right.
Namigaki, get down!
Ah, damn it!
Boss, here. His curse stone.
Good work. Give it to me.
Curse stone acquired. The foot-washing mansion.
Damn it. Why?
What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up?
I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that assault of a police officer.
Let him go. All we need is the stone.
Ugh. How could this happen? My right of resurrection.
Give it up. The rite was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now get out of here.
Damn it. Phew, that was a close one, huh, boss?
He'd probably be dead if he'd activated his curse.
Yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from...
Boss, are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt?
Yeah, the curse from this one is flowing into me too.
Oh no.
I saw activates the curse from the foot-washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. I see. I always thought this one was one of the stranger of the 7 mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something.
What did you see?
Let's save that for later. All you need to know for now is that it's a particularly powerful curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly.
Phew. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it seems the officer's route is the one collecting all the curse stones away from the other curse bearers and protecting people from dying, which is quite good. So, Footwashing Mansion, an enduring superstition. This is the story of something that occurred in the dead of night in a residence in Mikasacho, modern Southwark Street, in Kamizawa. A foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot drenched in blood smashed through the ceiling. "Wash!" it demanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, it returned from whence it came. Fixing the roof, it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing. Curse power, killed by crushing one who hears the command, wash. Ah. So when did he say wash? I didn't hear him say wash. Did you guys hear him say wash? Did he say something like wash away sins, maybe? Sorry, I had to sip more water. Again, Setsuo's voice kind of kills my throat, and I'm still recovering. A resentful memory. She was an accomplished onmyoji. Alas, she did not use her talents for the good of the world or the people, but for her own selfish pursuit of beauty. After a fierce battle, the woman dragged herself through the streets. It was like something had gnawed away at her body. Will I die? I've already obtained what I needed, as long as I have this. Suddenly, a terrible realization dawned on her. Her legs wouldn't move. She fell to the ground. What was happening? Surprised, she looked down. Her foot, once so beautiful and delicate, had grown ulcerated and rotten. He got her. She was on the verge of death and covered in filth to boot. Crawling to a nearby house, her breath caught in her throat. The curious residents opened up, but recoiled from what they saw. My foot is so filthy. Someone, please, quickly. The woman expired while mumbling something unintelligible, and so ended the life of a woman consumed by evil. Okay, interesting. So she just wanted her feet to be clean so that they can cure from being ulcerated. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now?
We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out.
You mean we have to do that all over again?
I hope they aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems like the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill.
Really? Then what about you, boss?
I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they love me in the paranormal affairs.
So you're spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Okie dokie. Oh, so then this is where we meet the teacher, maybe? The Hunt for the Curse Bearers, Part 2. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Summary of previous events. Tatsumi and Area decided to collect the curse stones as soon as possible before they came a cause of unprecedented tragedy. The two obtained the foot-washing mansion from Yutaro Namagaki and head to their next destination. We get more buddy cop music. Ah, no more buddy cop music. Midoricho Park. Isn't that where we started off with Shogo Okie? Oh, and now it's... Okay. OBS is good messing up. I didn't realise it wasn't doing the background effects for the game now. Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. Okay, and then that was doubled again. God dang it. Alright. What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Don't worry, this isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? We know who you are, so this won't take long.
But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple of questions.
Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. Hideki Araishi. From appearances, it's hard to imagine this small, bookish, well-spoken man being very dangerous. But in this day and age, you never know. I should be careful. Hideki Araishi. He says he's a local historian, but supposedly he knows more about the rite of resurrection than anybody. The fact that he's here at this time of night is plenty possible that he's a curse bearer. Boss, let's ask Hideki some questions. What were you doing? Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research. Of course. Day or night, information never sleeps.
That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book?
It was... Was it Record of Fates? The Record of Dates? The Book of Dates? The Scroll of Dates? The Scroll of Fates? The Scroll of Fates? It's obvious you don't know a thing. It's the Record of Fates. How rude.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry about that. I should have done my research.
What's that face for, Ariel?
But it's true that you found some kind of ritual in that book, right?
What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up.
Looks like a hidden nerve.
If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you're sorely mistaken. About his research, about the Record of Fates, about his research. Talk about him, he'll be more likely to open up. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I met. Pitiful. So you don't believe in the rite. Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Or so I thought. Things changed. It has become necessary for me to pursue the right. So now, I pray that it is real.
What changed?
I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I received a large amount of funding for seeking the right of resurrection, and if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again.
Oh, then that means someone is sponsoring your research. Is that right?
So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me. I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money.
What?
But I bought your book. The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way. I can't believe it.
You're surprisingly innocent.
What were you doing? Was the research you were doing just now also related to the right of resurrection? Oh, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. About the record of fates.
This record of fates. Where did you get your hands on it?
The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. Then what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation.
What does that mean?
Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something's left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment can affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other.
I see.
Take the 7 mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years. So why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest? I admit, I'm curious.
So that's why you've been researching all this time. Makes sense.
As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. If people in the Edo period believe that it was written in the record of fates was real, that's all I'm interested in. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks. And what were you doing again?
Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what it is you were looking for.
I'm assuming curse stones? What? Damn it! If you know about that, then...
Calm down. No need to get so defensive.
I'm worried that showing our curse stone might be able to activate his curse stone, because I'm assuming he's another curse bearer. But even if it is, it just means we get a death scene.
We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat?
A curse stone? You are a curse bearer. A leaf. It is the evergreen beech, then?
Yep. Will you show me yours?
This is mine, the ever-burning lantern.
Interesting.
If we reveal the cursed details, we know he can't lie to us. Or at least he won't be able to lie to us and not die. But also, he might be able to work around our cursed details to activate his own. So if we do this now...
I'll tell you this for free. The Evergreen Beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him.
Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the Evergreen Beach. The memories of the Seven Mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all.
Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me.
Oh, what? But...
So don't try and lie to me. Oh, no.
You would curse a citizen? Do you call yourself an officer of the law?
That all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to.
Well, what is it you want?
The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours.
Excuse me? But am I right?
First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you?
No, of course I haven't. I swear. So why is it that we can use our curse on you now? Araishi?
I see. Good. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead?
Damn you! I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime?
The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offences Act. Or you hand it over, and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what could happen to your research if you were arrested.
Fine. You can have the stone. Here. Curse stone acquired, the ever-burning lantern. Woo! More curses! On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a sober cart along the canal known as South Gessi. But there is something strange about this cart. No matter when one might visit, the owner is nowhere to be found. Yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there's also the tale of the never-burning lantern, another telling of this story in which the sober cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit. Kills by disembowelment, one who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. A resentful memory. When Honjo was filled with samurai residents, the spies of the shogunate lived amongst the townspeople to keep an eye on things. The sober cart on South Gessi Street served as one of their outposts. They would communicate to each other in code by turning the lantern on or off. Tonight, at 4 a.m., meant that someone would be having the last sober of their life, and that their belly would be sliced open the next night. An unfortunate incident occurred in which a man attacked a woman in a bout of fury. He regretted it deeply, even declining to invoke the right to defend his honour. The deed was done. Still, he could not accept it. His rage at having been used by his daimyo boiled over, turning into a grudge that he would never forget. Nearby, he saw a lantern quietly glowing in the night, and when the 6th bell rang, the man cut his own stomach open. Since then, the lantern could be seen in the light before the sober cart had opened, and would flicker out suddenly even when there was no wind blowing. As this unsettling phenomenon continued, the rumours surrounding it grew, and soon all were convinced that this was the man who cut open his stomach visiting from beyond. Ooh.
Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. All right. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten so far. We've gotten after we solve the case. Or do you say?
In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates.
Sure, why not? I'll learn all about them as I collect the curse stones.
Okay, so he's now on our side, technically. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him.
I wonder. The mysteries in the right are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat the curses.
Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you.
I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything, no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be.
Right, got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though.
Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there's 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town.
We have to find them fast. They may start using the curses.
No, I think we're already too late. Huh? I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namagaki's curse stone.
Really? Then he already killed someone with it.
It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search.
All right. On to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list, one by one. Oh, but boss? Good to know we can use the Minor Offences Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why don't we do that with Namagaki?
If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest?
Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose that's true. So, now what do we do? Oh, so now we go back to this one, because now Araishi doesn't have his curse stone. I see. Failure to escape Yako Sakazaki. Yako decides to return to the school, concerned that Mio and Mr. Ashimiya haven't made it out. But there she discovers that a cruel fate has befallen her friend. Yako Sakazaki, 2 a.m. I'm going to eat some sweets as well. I've got some fruit pastels. Komagata High School entrance. Because I ended up not having dinner. So I'm kind of hungry now. Now, what voice did I give her again? I think I gave her a sweet voice. Something like this. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm gonna go take a look. Mio, are you there? Huh? Oh, we got to find her body. Eek! Oh? Hang on. Is my audio working? My Elder, you seem to have arrived at a less than favourable result. Okay, my audio cut out again, that's really annoying. So, I'm gonna try and fix. But this was bound to happen. There's someone who must not be trusted. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold important information from that person. Fear not, you may try as many times as you like from the event in question. And try again. Very well. But you don't have nothing with you. Oh. Wait, you do. What's that in your hand? Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're all done. I won't tell you. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But I'm worried about Mio. Actually a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That's so. Who's your friend? Suzu? That transfer student. Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful though, you don't know what might be there. Is that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. Komagata High School entrance. Oh wait, I'm wondering. Audio. Is the reason why you can't hear stuff because the voice at volume? Maybe? She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. Oh, am I just gonna go and die again? Mio, are you there? Can I do anything else? Can't look around beforehand. Whoops, yeah, it's gonna be the same. Huh? Can I look around first? Okay, yeah, no. I'm gonna have to look at her. Can't turn the other way. There's no one in a classroom or anything. Because that door's open. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to see someone like, poking their head out. Yep. Eek! Yeah, she dies again. What happened? Where did I go wrong this time? It's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's all my fault, it's all my fault, it's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Meow. I'm sorry. Yeah, deceased. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah. I was meant to go home. I know. Let me go. Yes. Oh my, yes indeed, yes, quiet. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yes, you messed up again, didn't you? Who did a dum-dum? But you don't have nothing on you. Blah 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 blah. We've already heard this. But go home without checking on her. I know. Oh right, Mr. Jonichi is actually looking for you inside the main building. What was that? He's here right now. What is he thinking? I don't know. He was in class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be looking up yet. Second floor, you said. I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own. Really. Is that so? The snack shop, right? I suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay. You worry too much. Well, wouldn't want to be losing any more students. Though imagine you know that better than anyone. Yes, you're right. Yet now, when we run into Mr. Araishi... Wait, was it Araishi? I can't remember. He doesn't have his curse stone to curse us. Mia's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? There's someone coming down the road. There we go. That's... Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Wait, he's the one who discovered the rite of resurrection. It wouldn't be strange for him to be involved with the curses. I wonder if he has a curse stone. What do I do? It's way past the 10 minutes Mia said she'd be here by. I managed to escape. I can't let that go to waste. I need to get out of here before anyone sees me. Oh, so he didn't actually see her that time. Interesting. Last time he, noticed her right away and ran right up. Yakko's home. I'm home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk here has ever felt so long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. But for now, I need some rest. Okay. So now, this one, because we can't do that one. So yeah, it is a lot of bouncing back and forth. So let's resume. Let's start from the conversation on the bridge first. And if that doesn't do anything, then from Komagata Bridge, and then we start from the beginning. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Samaida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. All right. Excuse me.
Hmm?
Oh, does that... Oh, it's her. She was another curse bearer. Uh-oh. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers? Huh?
Curse bearers? What's that then?
It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of the resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it.
Colour me intrigued. Care to tell me more, Miss... What was your name again?
Oh, silly me. I'm a Yamitono. A Yamitono, another university student.
Think.
She certainly had no reservations telling us about the rite of resurrection. It'll be worth keeping an eye on her. She could be trouble. She says her name's Ayami. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave walking around alone this late. Or maybe there's more to it. Talk. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow.
No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So are you saying you're one of these curse bearers?
No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is.
Yutaro? Is that your boyfriend?
Oh, heavens, no. Just a friend. His full name is Yutaro Namigaki. We're, I suppose you could say, partners in crime?
Funny way of putting it. So where's this Yutaro now?
Well, about that. He's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer.
Former? How so?
I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student, only to flunk where it counts. So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself. If you want something done right,
Do it yourself. So, is she trying to steal the cursed stone or what? About why you approached us. So anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a curse bearer?
oh, that? I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night and I suppose I made assumptions.
Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers?
Great question. And the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones.
You thought we'd have given them to you? Just like that?
Well, maybe not, but you know what they say. You never know until you ask.
You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky.
Oh my goodness, no, we're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know.
So what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection?
Well, Yutaro has his own plan laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it.
Of course, keeping secrets is my business.
My, aren't you dashing?
must be it. She must be half of the young couple Victor mentioned. But she isn't a curse bearer herself, and her friend has lost his curse stone. Neither of them will be used to me. He lost it? How did he do that? I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you probe about it so much.
I'm just curious, that's all. I'm sorry if it's a touchy subject.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Utara can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me.
Sounds like you already have your heart set on this rite. What were you hoping to use it on?
Do you promise you won't laugh?
And cross my heart.
Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I am an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my speciality. Ukiyo-e in particular.
Ukiyo-e? You must be a cultured lady.
Really? Do you think so? Everyone says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think ukiyo-e as something inaccessible, high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art of the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did, back then. Isn't that fascinating?
Huh. Yeah, I guess.
And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Have you ever heard of him?
I'm sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here, back in the Edo period?
That's right, you are just as knowledgeable as you look. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic, they're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's the only teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work.
I've got to admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right?
So he kept on drawing right up to his old age, huh? Impressive.
But even in his final years, he never was satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out.
Hold on. Are you saying...
Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of the 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic?
Oh no, nuh-uh. No way is this going where I think it's going.
Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it.
You've gotta be kidding me.
So,
if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to...
That's right. I want to bring Hokusai back to life.
Well, that's certainly a novel idea.
That's what she'd use it on? What a waste. Open updates page. A master ukiyo-e artist, 1760 to 1849. Hokusai was active during the late Edo period, considered to be the golden age of ukiyo-e in Japan. Yeah, 36 views of Mount Fuji, the Great Wave of Kanagawa. I remember having to try and do a block print in my art class for my GCSEs to try and replicate something similar. But instead of wood, we just used like rubbers because they're easier to carve. But yeah, like lino block print sort of thing. Born in Honjo, Hokusai spent most of his life in the area now known as Sumaida City. Among his most famous works are the 36 Views of Mount Fuji and the Hokusai manga. Hokusai was a prolific artist from a young age and has left behind a wide variety of works, producing an estimated 30,000 pieces during his lifetime. Though the general popularity of ukiyo-e declined during the Meiji period, Hokusai remained the core figure at the center of the Japanese movement, providing inspiration for countless artists around the globe. Despite his fame, Hokusai himself was said to be rather indifferent to money or decorum, and lived a life that quite appropriately resembled that of all the whimsical and otherworldly scenes often depicted in ukiyo-e. Though he went by many names, in his later years he took the title of Gakko Rojin Manji, or the Old Mad Painter. Hokusai lived to be 90 years old and never lost his passion for art. That is actually quite inspiring, not gonna lie. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on a curse bearer before daybreak. I'm sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck.
Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after Kirstones, we should keep an eye on her, too, if we can.
Why do you say that?
Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers.
My.
There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing, after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I'll tail her for a while.
Ooh.
No more curses.
Summary of previous events. Haruo has received multiple reports about other suspected curse bearers. Although concerned about Ayami Tomo, who is apparently also after curse stones, she entrusts Richter to continue his investigation. Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers and came home alone. Will this really be enough to gather the soul dregs I need? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. Ooh. Is that a... Oh, is that the sticker? Mockingbird, number 5, discovered. Open updates page. So, have I missed some in the meantime? These popular bird mascot stickers seem to pop up everywhere. Nobody knows who the legendary artist behind these quirky birds, but they quickly became popular for their surreal yet oddly cute designs. Be in the right place at the right time in Honjo. You might just be able to find all 20 of them scattered around. Legend has it, collecting all of them will bring good luck. The ostracizer. But also, that was weird because I also turned my mic volume all the way down and it still picked up my cough, so... weird. How about that? No, that's still...
Okay.
I don't know. Or was that actually working? Is that working again? For some reason, changing my Steam game audio affects my mic audio, which it wasn't doing earlier. If this keeps up, I may end soon. I don't know if it's just from going on too long. I don't know. But anyway, so just saying that even after the earthquake, they rebuilt the mansion there. Shikima residence, once a warrior clan with a mansion in Honjo, now a dynasty of police officials. I might even just... Okay, yeah. So also muting the Steam audio is messing it up. That's really weird. So why is that? So how about that? Okay, well, whatever. Once a warrior clan with a mansion in Honjo, now a dynasty of police officials, the Shikima family is one of considerable repute. The family estate was originally located some distance from the city, but the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 forced them to rebuild into a new location. The Shikima mansion was at one time a bustling place where members of the social elite mingled. 1 year ago, however, the head of the house was struck with a sudden melancholy, and ever since then mansion has stood silent as the graveyard. Wow. Entrance. We'll wait here. Can we turn around more? We'll hear the wind rustling in the trees. Nothing else up here. Mockingbird. Okay, go inside then. Okay, so because OBS is messing up a fair bit, and we have gone for 2 hours at the very least, I think I might end it here for tonight. And I don't know why it just randomly decides to stop working partway through, because the sounds and everything for the game were working earlier, but now it's just been like a weird fuzzy noise kind of in the background, and I don't know why. So I will leave it there for today, and I will go to
Oh? Is that one not working? Close that all down. Night night. Yeah, good night, good night, good night. Yeah, I think OBS just hates me. That's got to be it. Couldn't be anything I do. Just doesn't want to show me any of my stuff. It should also be showing the what you call it? The schedule for the week, because I've got that set up. Hang on, I'll just see. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we did Paranormasight tonight. Tomorrow's Inescapable, and then I'm gonna be off on Sunday. That's all from me for today. I hope you guys had fun. If you did enjoy it, even with all the audio issues, which again, sorry, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Okie dokie. Bye 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 bye. Bye.